Thank you, welcome back. Hope you've made a comment or subscribe to us at least. Yaron now is going to explain to me, Vinny will already know, but what the relevance is.
Well, we look at politics and we go, why aren't you cutting through? And the biggest way to do that is just be relevant to people's lives.
Yeah.
Have a solution to something that ails them. If you talk about yourself, no one wants to know. You know what the most powerful word is in the English language, in my view? The word you. Use it. What do you care about? What do you need to have sorted out? You know, start with we, me and us. And that's missing in a lot of what is called politics in Australia. People want to hear that you're interested in what matters to them. Once you do that, you're halfway there. Just find the issues that matter to people and just focus on that.
And those issues are very simple, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, they are. They're very simple,
Yeah.
but yet for some reason they're complicated in the sense that they make it complicated. Why can't they just go back to basics and say, this is what we're going to do to save you the power bills. This is what we're going to do to make sure you don't spend too much money at the grocery store.
That's right.
This is what we're going to do to make your life easier.
That's it. Spot on. Very simple. Don't talk about a million things. Talk about 3, 4, focus, and you'll start cutting through because people go, all I ever hear them talking about is how they're going to cut my power bills. Tell you what, you'll see your numbers go up.
They're going up, all right. I know, because I'm the one paying the bills.
As this advisor that you're on, do the political masters that you've advised, have they in common followed your advice, or have they
the good
debated?
ones do, Tony. The good ones do.
Yeah.
No, well, it's a question of, like we talked about before, if you want to just flatter a leader or a politician, well, anyone can do that. Oh, Mr. Bonner, what a wonderful speech. But good advice is when you tell the truth, and the smart ones listen to good advice and challenge it and get to a point where they go, right, I think it's the right path. The bad ones, and there are a few here and there, they think they know best. And none of us know best. None of us are the smartest in the room.
No one's ever the smartest person in the room.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That you should be able to give advice based on fact, right? And if your ego is so big that you can't absorb the facts, then you shouldn't be in politics. Sooner or later, people are going to see through you, and you're not going to be there much longer. That's what happened to Susan Lane. You know, she tried to present this person that people didn't want to see anymore. They've had a gutful. So if she was more honest about what was going on, in the sense that she was actually in tune with the way the public were thinking, then maybe she wouldn't be in a position where now she's resigned from everything to the fact she's going to be into the ether. And Angus, I hope that he realises that he needs to listen to good advice, because if he doesn't and his ego takes over, he's going to end up the same way. People want honesty in politics.
Do you think that Susan had an advisor? Do you think she spoke from the hip, or that she sat with someone like you, her advisor, and didn't change her not her political stance, but the manner in which she delivered or led a party?
I think she struck a lot of Australians very cautious. She didn't really shoot from the hip. It was a fair bit of thinking.
Where Pauline shoots from the hip.
She does, but she's been very consistent though.
Yeah.
She said pretty much the same thing for the last 20, 30 years. If you've followed her the whole time, she hasn't gone crazy and radical with different positions. She's been pretty consistent. The Times have followed her in many ways, so it's a little bit different in that way.
Vinny made a comment on our last podcast with that sex symbol, Warren Mundine.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Man, is he a sex symbol?
Was that? Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. Lorraine, did you go through this?
Is this where he sat?
He sat there.
He sat right there.
Well,
Warren Mundine.
I'm on it.
But
symbol.
It's his liaison with Pauline. Is that going to happen?
Hey, steady on. What are you implying?
Oh, no. Hey, I'll tell you what, she wouldn't be able to keep her hands off him. It's that silver hair.
I know he's wanted to run for politics. What about you two? That didn't take long. Look at you, mate.
No, I might give local government.
Yeah, you give it a bash, mate.
I'll give local government a shot.
Yeah, you give it a bash.
You know what they say about local government?
What?
The smaller the prize, the bigger the battle. So you go for it. Really.
I don't mind a big battle.
Thank you, folks. Now comment on what you've heard today And I think we're going to get a wrap up at the moment. So I would thank Yaron for coming
Pleasure.
today,
Real
my
pleasure.
friend. Thank you
Pleasure.
for all your insight, your knowledge. Maybe it's rubbed off a bit on Vinny. He's,
Well, sorry about
Thanks,
that, Vinny.
thanks,
Yeah.
Yaron. No, I really appreciate your
Pleasure.
insight. Yeah.
If you run,
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
give you a hand.
look at this guy. Will you? This is your ugly.